time and what type of content you're delivering to address your consumer's needs. She was in her bathroom in the morning. No brand typically thinks of getting asked to their customer at that point in time, but because of the smartphone, you can do that now. So a great example of a brand that does this is, has anyone tried the Makeup Genius app by L'Oreal? Oh, we got some. Okay, awesome. So this is a great application. Basically, when you're looking as a consumer trying to shop, you can take a photo of yourself and then shop around and see what skin tone, what colors of different makeup products match your skin tone. So before you buy it, L'Oreal wanted to create an experience to help their consumer find the right product for them instead of just sending them to go buy right away, because they don't know what they want to buy yet. They're building the trust. They created this application. It was a very big hit for them. So these are some examples. Obviously, it's a bigger brand. I just want, you have to think creative to your consumers, your target audience. What are the things that you can create that will resonate with your audience and capture them to build trust with you, not just pushing the product. So we did a lot of studies and looking at the quantitative and qualitative aspect of what type of moments we should look for. Because again, there's millions of them. As a brand, where do I focus? We found that there's 5 different categories as a brand that you should think about. First one is, I want to watch what I'm into moment. This is a moment about passion. What I'm interested in is all about entertainment. I'm not looking to buy right now. I just want to go online. I had a long day of work and I want to enjoy myself. With this, YouTube is the #1 platform for 18 to 34-year-olds to access content for their biggest passions. Second moment is, I want to know. This is the research phase. I just want to understand more about a product or a service or whatever it is I'm interested in. And it shows here that consumers, 66% of them are using smartphones to find content they found that they was interested in from a commercial. Now, as a small, medium-sized business, you might not have a commercial, but doesn't matter. Your competitors most likely have one, or at least in the same service or product that can relate. Because they're searching for that product, they can still find you online if you have basically utilized search and YouTube to your advantage. Third category is, I want to go. I want to go and buy. I want to go to the local store. I'm going to go online and shop. These are the moments that people want to go out there. And 82% of them are using their smartphone for local searches. So again, I keep saying the local businesses, your biggest platform you need to utilize is mobile, because that's the #1 thing they're using to get access to your products and services. Fourth one is, I want to do. So this can happen before or after the purchase. Let's say I want to redo my kitchen and I want to learn how to lay out the tile. So this is a how-to question. YouTube, I think the 3rd most visited searches are how to blank. So people are using the internet to learn about how to do something, and then they get access to it. They go to the store and make a purchase. So if you are a bank and you want to teach people how to manage their finances, if you have a lot of content online that's tailored to specific needs that you can serve to them for all different types of credit financing needs, this is a great example to build a trust, provide education, and they will come to you because they trust you. And you don't, by the way, videos do not have to be like thousands of dollars, very advanced. No one cares about how cool your video looks. You can use a mobile phone. Plenty of businesses do this, and record a video, and that's good enough. It only matters what content you have. If you watch these YouTube celebrities, a number of you probably seen them. YouTube celebrities are growing very quickly, and all they're using is a simple phone in their room, and they're making a lot of money off of it. So think about the content, forget about the quality, because that doesn't really matter. The last one, which we all care about the most, is I want to buy, right? These are the moments where they need to make a purchase. They've gone through all these phases, and now they're ready to go. The number of times they saw your brand before they reached that point, the higher chances probably they're going to buy from you versus anyone else. So that's what the idea is. And again, 82% of users consult their phones while in the store. Every time I shop, I want to see if can I get a better deal online or another store, and I show it to them to get a discount. Has anyone tried that? It always works. But the idea is, you want to make sure you're buying the right product, you're looking at the reviews, and you're getting the best deal possible. Everyone does that now. Well, 82%. Good enough. Okay, so keep going. So now we discussed micro moments, you understand the framework, but I want to go into the experience, the frictionless experience we call it. This image, wait, there we go. So normally what I do here is I want you all to take out your own websites and show me what you're doing, do an action on your mobile site. But I want to make it just show a good example in this particular setting. So please go to m.warbyparker.com and take the next minute and 30 seconds trying to basically buy a product. Don't buy it unless you want to. But go in there and I want you to take notes of the experience you have on the device. Time, I want to speed a little up, but I just wanted to take a minute now and hear about what you guys learned. Was anyone able to get all the way to actually making a purchase? Okay, I gave you a little short time, okay? But still, so anyone share what challenges did you see? What challenge did you see when you were going through the mobile website? Well, what do you think about the websites in your opinion? Do I got to call you? So what do you think about the experience with the mobile site? What do you like, what don't you like? Very sorry? Responsive? Any challenges? Navigation? Challenge, okay, that's a good one. That's a very important one. Anything else? You guys are in the glasses business. What do you see compared to what you're doing? Sorry? It's better than theirs. Well, you'll get there. Okay, well, I mean, in general, I was trying to show a great experience that you're designing for your phone, okay? So the way people interact with your mobile device should not just be a smaller version of what they're doing on your desktop. So something called friction. This image is supposed to represent friction. The less friction we can cause our consumers when they're interacting with any type of product service you offer, the more likely they're going to connect with your brand and complete an action. So for example, in regards to the internet, since we have the internet now, access to information, the less friction we now have access to information. With mobile phones, now that we have mobile phones, we have access to information everywhere we go, no matter what. So as a brand, think about what type of friction are you causing as a consumer? You are the consumer and you're using your product or service. What are the experiences you're incurring that are causing a lot of friction? How do we remove them, as many as we can? It's very simple and easy, but we don't do it enough, trust me. I see this every time with my clients. Sometimes can't access, they can't even buy their own products. So it's embarrassing. But things to think about, do a lot of studies there that will help you figure out what type of experience people have with their phone. This is a great quote by someone I think we all know. I call my boss. But consumers expect and deserve amazing mobile experiences. Google is very serious about mobile. We are actually now for organic search results. If you have a mobile-friendly site, we give you a badge, and you will show up higher. We'll prioritize your site versus others, because all we care about is delivering the best consumer experience. So again, mobile. So where to begin in terms of how to get it right? So we have the framework, we understand we have to have a good experience, but what do we need to do? What does that experience look like? So there's four categories to think about. Effortless, consumers want to be able to access their research, any products they want, very easy to use process. Seamless, any device I'm on, if I'm on my phone looking for a product, I stop, I go to my laptop, I should be able to pick up exactly where I left off. And that rarely happens. Effective. Make it as easy as possible to get what I want to do. The more friction there is, the less likely I'm going to buy from you or connect with you. Just because they don't buy does not mean they don't like your brand, but if you're not building a quality experience with them, you're going to lose them right away. Lastly, ubiquitous. Wherever they are, they should have access to your brand. And make it very easy to find you. This is a little more complicated. We won't go into detail, but I want to show, in terms of content strategy, what you need to think about. We have this idea called framework called see, think, do, care. See, what content, if I'm looking at your brand, what am I seeing online about you? What am I, how many followers do you have? Who's talking about you? Think, what do you want me to think about when I'm thinking about your brand? What are you putting out there? The newsletters, the rewards programs, anything you have. Do, what is the action you're asking of me? It can't just be to buy or to sign up. What are all these little actions that we can create that will generate a funnel for our customers to build loyalty with us, which leads us to care. Now they've purchased, what are you doing next? You can have a one-time customer, but it's more valuable to have a retained customer. What's your retention rate look like, and how frequently are they coming back or referring others? Where is the loyalty with your customers? Are you tracking that? So, very important framework, see, think, do, care. This is really cool. Well, I love this slide because it talks about a specific mobile experience and how brands can take advantage of what a consumer is searching for, and you can figure out what content to lead them to. So we talked about context and intent. Look at the first bar. It says 56%. I'm looking to buy tires, and the term is tire sizes. So when someone's searching for tire sizes, 56% of the time it's on their phone. Where do you think they are at that moment in time when they're searching for tire sizes? At a store. So if you want to win over the customer, I'm doing my reviews of all the brands in front of me, and the ones I like the most, the best reviews, and probably the best deal, depends on the customer, is the one I'm going to buy. So as you create content, it has to vary depending on where you're taking people. So, example, if I put tire sizes and I show up as a brand, you can't take me to my main website. That's just a home page. I don't care about your brand right now. I want to go immediately to all the tire sizes. Are you building an experience just like you saw in Warby Parker that will show me exactly what I want? Because right now I'm in the store, I have no patience to browse around. Make sense? So the content you're delivering needs to be relevant to what the consumer is doing at that point in time. And these are hints to what you can think about of what content to show them. It's amazing. Okay. All right, so we conducted a study of 100 different people using iPhone or Android, and we wanted to understand what are the biggest frustrations they have with mobile experience with brands. So it was, we did a lot of research and found these are the top 25 design principles broken down to 5 different themes. We don't have time to go through all of them. I'm going to highlight a couple. Site, and by the way, some of these are so simple, but the customers are saying it, that means we're not doing it. So, site search is visible. Click to call is present. Click to call for local businesses is probably one of the most important things. Just when so my flight was delayed, I needed to go from Lufthansa to another airline. I was trying to call the customer service. They didn't have an immediate click button when I searched Lufthansa Airlines. Big mistake. I'm just saying. So those are frustrations that you can immediately fix. Because I'm in a bad moment and I want to fix right away. So entire site is optimized for mobile. So optimizing your site for mobile is another topic I want to discuss. But these are some principles to think about. Before we get to the optimization of the site, first of all, how many more time? Okay, we're good. 40% of people will leave your website if it takes more than 3 seconds to load. So latency is actually a huge impact in the customer experience. 52% of people say that the loyalty they have for you is very important depending on how delayed your site is in terms of loading. And a quick tip to share with you, not your whole site does not have to be fully like in terms of images, right? So these guys, they own a glasses company, and I talked to them before, your first site, your first landing page, the resolution of the images do not have to be high quality, because that's going to slow it down. But as they dig deeper into your site, make them more high quality. Now that we have them, that's all that matters. So think about how quickly to get them to your site and prevent any of that friction to get them there. So a great anecdote to share here is Amazon. So Amazon, latency for them, 1/10 of a second. Every time a customer has 1/10 of a second latency, it results in 1% of loss in sales. In 2013, they had $75 billion in sales. That cost them $740 million for a company the size of Amazon. So latency is not a joke. Google, we rely on speed in terms of getting people to the right site as fast as possible. If it takes more than 5 seconds to load your sites, the traffic drops by 20%. So again, that's another big thing to think about. How are you powering your website and your mobile site? And every second, every millisecond counts. So back to responsive and optimizing your design for your website. There's many different terms out there. The most typical one, separate, it's optimized. I say I have an optimized site, I have an optimized site. What that means is basically there's certain functionalities on the phone that you want to have, and then the desktop experience is a little different. That's not good enough. Most people, now they're using responsive, which is actually very popular. It's still good. What that does is, I'm on my desktop, I'm on my phone, I'm on my tablet. Depending on the size of the screen, I'm sure you guys have seen this plenty of times, that the content that you see, as it minimizes, there's specific content showing up. So that's very popular now, but that's still not good enough. The newest and it's fast growing is adaptive. So adaptive, you might think it's very similar to separate. The difference between the two, adaptive, it's showing different content on the site in particular, but it's a fully functioning website. The separate one is just basic ideas what you want, but as a customer, I want to have the full experience. So the adaptive is creating content depending on the size of the screen. So responsive and adaptive are both great. Stay away from separate if you can. It's a cheap way to do it, but it's costing you a lot of money in actuality. I would like to show the example here. Honestly, I'm going to skip this one, but I think if you have a chance, go to Chill Insurance. It's an Ireland company. What I wanted to show basically, I'll just visualize it for you. This screen, when I minimize, as it gets smaller, there's specific content that always remains. The number one to think about is the number on the top right. No matter how the size of the screen, the number is always showing. And the most unrelevant content, like the picture of the guy, that goes away. And then the bars at the bottom, what are the most highest priority money makers for you? Those are the ones that show up first. So as the size of the screen shrinks, what is the main content for a specific action you want to have right away? Okay, now this is usually a longer presentation, but I can't talk about analytics, but I want to mention it because it's very important. So now you have a general idea of the type of framework we're having for your mobile site, the strategy, the content, the timing, and the design. But let's say you do all this, are you tracking your performance? So the analytics is the most important part. Just because you created a site a year ago does not mean it's still working. You have to iterate and iterate constantly and think about how to make a better experience for your customers. So in general, think about what is the value of mobile for your brand, and what are the main KPIs you need to be measuring to make sure that you are offering the best experience possible and the least friction possible for your customer. So right at the top, which is great. I want to leave you guys with this closing remark. This video, before I play it, 1 second, think about, so we just talked about mobile. I want to think about the future, 5, 10 years from now, even stuff that you'll see now is happening right now. How are consumers connecting with digital content? Where is it going to be? And are you as a brand preparing for where people are spending their time? We're already behind on mobile. What's next? So, please play it.
does that?
She's got a jellyfish warning.
Try Johnny?
Let's go to Zuma.
Morning, kids. Be there too.
Okay, Google, what's the Syracuse score?
Okay, Google. Open garage.
So I wasn't trying to make a promotion for Andrew and 5 minutes later. Awesome. But I just want to explain, so right now, wearables are really big. And if you look at the Internet of Things, everything that people use in terms of content and digital, where are we going to be? And make sure you have to ask yourself, is our brand preparing for where the consumers are going in terms of accessing their content across multiple different devices? So lastly, again, another comment from Larry Page. Imagine a world with no keyboards, because that's what he wants to create, and it's on its way. So where are you guys going to be in the future? Then we have a little more time. I want to show this fun. This is my favorite moment video. I used to run competitively, so I was like running. This is an example of a guy who, while running, he purchased an application to help him run faster.
This is my brother David. Say what's up. What's going on? It's Christian here. We wanted to track our running, so I googled best running apps.
So it's an ungodly hour of the morning.
Super early.
So you're out with your brother on a run,
Yeah.
and you decide then to download an app. Take me back to that moment.
I've always been in pretty good shape my whole life. Me and my brother, recently he challenged me to start running with him. I've never really been a runner, so I accepted the challenge, of course, and met him 5 o'clock in the morning. He was shocked to see me show up. We're getting ready to get started. He whips out his phone, and I see he has his app. I'm like, what is that? So he tells me it's an app that, tracks his running. I'm like, oh, an app. All right, cool. I'm all about the apps, and my brother really isn't, so I already assumed going in that I could probably find a better app than he had. If I know, I'm looking for a type of app, but I don't know what the name of it is, then I'll go to maybe a Google search and type in, best app.
I found the Nike app, downloaded it. We just did 2.5 miles.
When I downloaded it, I actually realized there was better features on it than I thought. To be able to see, visually what I did and what I'm doing, it, motivates me to, run more. So when I run, 1.8, I'm like, man, I did 3 yesterday, now I'm doing 1.8 the next day, shouldn't it be more?
Your brother got you into this. Can you keep up with him now?
Alright, I'll be honest. I can run a faster pace than him now, but he still got me on distance. He's been doing it longer.
Okay, that was my presentation. And I think we're short time, but if there's any questions, I'll try to answer them in the few minutes that we have left. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. The main message again is how important mobile is and how we're thinking about it for our digital strategy and where we're heading the next few years. Are we prepared for it? So thank you again all. I really enjoyed being here, and I hope you enjoyed it.